Welcome. This is Barry Jones from Angelic Wisdom, and we're here for our monthly general angel reading for the month of March 2024. So, as we begin, I'd like to thank everyone who is returning to this monthly series and to also welcome anyone who might be new to our Angelic Wisdom community. If you haven't done so already, make sure that you've selected the all notification bell, subscribed, like, dislike, and leave your comments. If you're looking for an angel reading, you can go to my current website, theangelschool.com/services. This link and all the other links that will be mentioned will be in the description area beneath this video. So, go there to check them out. If you'd like to support my channel with a donation, you can select my PayPal me link for Angelic Wisdom LLC. Also, the within the next few days, hopefully by the 6th or the 7th, but keep a lookout for the angel scopes, which are the readings for the 12 zodiac signs. And finally, let's just take a look at the format here. So the card in the center will represent a message from the Archangel that we'll all be working with for this general monthly reading. And then the cards on the left and the right represent the Major Arcana and the Minor Arcana. So the Major Arcana will indicate what will be the major theme or lessons that we will be challenged with, or that will be possibly supporting us in some way, or that will be setting the tone for the energy for the month. The card on the right is a message from your guardian angel. So both of these cards are messages from your guardian angels on either side of the Archangel card in the center. And this will perhaps give us a bit of a clue as to how we might be working with this energy and our conscious awareness in day to day. So the Major Arcana is definitely an energy that's sort of not easily perceived. It's not, it's more subconscious in the way that it influences us. But the Minor Arcana card is definitely something that we can see. It's events that we can recognize. So this card may also hopefully give us some divine prescriptions about how to work with the energies of the month. So let's take a deep breath. And really clear your mind. Just release and let everything go that's on your mind or your heart. And I'm seeing the word soulful. So this is a month where they're really indicating we need to be soulful. And I'm seeing a unicorn standing in front of me. And so your own personal unicorn is standing before you right now. And just take a deep breath and really allow the energy, the messages of your unicorns to be present with you. And see him standing in front of you and look into its eyes and be aware of what you see or feel. And so you might begin to feel that the unicorn is touching your heart chakra. to help you to really get in touch with your feelings in this month. And as you do this, your unicorn is moving closer and closer to you and is placing its energy from its own heart, is expanding the energy of its heart. And as it's doing this, it's bringing in a high frequency of pure white diamond unicorn light. And it enfolds you now in this light. And your unicorn is stepping literally into your energy field and into your heart and body. And as it gets closer to me, the eye becomes much larger, and it seems to be focused, my attention there. And this is an opportunity for you to see with absolute clarity the truth in all situations. The unicorn is enabling you to see everything that is happening without distortion, but total clarity and truth. And he's indicating that this is going to happen for you on a deep soul level and a cellular level. And it's indicating that it's very important this month for us to be very focused. In order to be focused, I feel is what is meant is to really try to have some practice, spiritual practice, in terms of meditation, to just pick a time, preferably before you start your day. And in addition, would be even better to also end your day. And it doesn't have to be long. He's indicating just 11 minutes for you just to clear the slate, to set your energy, to receive guidance, for you to tune into your soul and to receive the clarity that's waiting for you within your soul. They keep writing, this is a month, a soulful month for all souls on the planet. And I don't know if this means that everybody's attention, whether they are, spiritually minded or have a spiritual practice or not, but everybody's attention is going to really be drawn inward. There's going to be, and the body, he wrote, the health of the body might be the impetus for drawing this attention, this sort of sudden and drastic attention to the soul. As if, so this might not happen for all, but for some, there might be health concerns that come up in this month, or body issues, or body, just sort of inconsistencies within the body that draws the attention from the outer world, and trying to do everything and fix everything outside of yourself and draw it right into, I got to make room and time and space I got to listen to my body. And when you realize that I need to really listen to my soul, this might cause people to question their happiness and whether they're really getting everything out of life that they should be. And this might cause people to also pay attention to the stories they've been telling themselves. And they keep writing the word change. All of this is going to help promote and a change that is in alignment with what the soul's guidance and direction is pointing out for you. And I'm just seeing a little mushroom, which is usually my symbol for the fairies or abundance. And also healing. Don't ask me why, it's just the word I'm feeling in this moment. So this is a month for healing. And so you may need to pay attention to the signs that may be helping you to heal in whichever way you need. It might be a healing for your body. It might be a healing emotionally. It might be about healing and releasing and letting go of beliefs that are no longer serving you. It might be about just your soul and healing in the sense that where you really start to think about, consider all the ways that your soul could thrive, could truly thrive if you realigned your goals to be more in harmony with your spiritual goals. They write the word safe, and I feel like, one, it's safe for you to make these changes, but also there's this sense of the feeling of safety. It's almost like feeling at home, right? And whatever that is, you need to do that in order to create that sense of security. Safe as in home. Being at home with yourself and with your environment, within your career, the things that you're doing, the way you're going about it, this kind of thing. So it's all just going to be getting really clear, honest, and truthful about these various aspects of your life and how they are aligning or misaligning with your soul. It is important that you recognize that. So they're writing Neptune. And so this is going to bring in a very dreamy element. So we're in the sign of Pisces, and one of Pisces, Neptune is one of the ruling planets for the sign of Pisces. So this is just going to really bring in, deep introspection and really this dreamy quality. And don't be afraid to just let your imagination sort of open you up to these incredible, they write, messages and insights. Don't be afraid to sort of tune into your imagination, or let your imagination sort of reveal possibilities that you hadn't thought of previously. And there was a word that they wrote and I went by. I forgot it. But all right, so let's take a look at the Archangel that we're working with for this month. Mm-hmm. Archangel Gabriel, speaking of communication, um, and bringing in this diamond white energy. So Archangel Gabriel's energy is pure white, and you can see this diamond that he's holding there. It's a shimmer with diamond light. Express your creativity. So let me just tune in to Archangel Gabriel. And I'm just sort of seeing the tension in my vision I saw was this was reiterated, the white lily. And there's a sense of, the shape of this, so sort of like trumpets, right? And so there, and I could just see I don't know if it was the hand or was in a pool, a very circular pool. But the sense is of opening up your heart, being as clear as you can be, and to be clear with absolute love in your heart. He's writing that love is your muse. Love is your muse. And sometimes it's like one time, it's like I get a sense of like, general, like about expressing ourselves in terms of creativity, right? Love is our muse for our creative expression. But love is also your muse for communicating clearly to someone what you want, clearly communicating what you want to the universe. Let love be your muse when you ask the universe or you tell the universe. Think about the difference. We spend a lot of time asking the universe, but we're afraid to tell the universe what we want. And when you're not afraid to tell the universe what you want, it means that you're ready for what you want. So think about, do you really always have to ask? Or are you ready to tell the universe what you want? But either is okay. The thing about asking is that when you're communicating in certain instances, so both are appropriate, but in certain instances, if you are always asking when you should be telling, then you're leaving it up to others to decide whether or not they want to answer you. If you get what that means. So that means that if you have trouble expressing yourself or communicating your truth, it might be because you're afraid and therefore not really ready for what you want. And maybe it's less about other people, for example, respecting your boundaries or respecting you or listening to you and then giving you what you want. And it's more about you being ready and feeling and being assertive in telling people what you want. So that sometimes when you make a statement, you have to do it without leaving a question so that people can then go ahead and decide whether they want to do it or not or how they want to interpret it. If you say it like sort of full stop, meaning you tell people what you want and you say it with love as your muse, but with great assertion, then you're likely to get what you want, and people will be inspired to do it. Even if it's a situation where, let's say, for example, between two people or partners that are having trouble, really negotiating the other's needs. But when you say it with love, when love is your muse, and you are clear about what you want, and you're clear about whether or not this is a question or a statement, then that person will receive it in their hearts in an inspired way that will give them the confidence and encourage them to be able to be receptive and be able to do what it is that you're asking them to do, or what you would like from them, or what you need from them. So he's saying, don't be afraid to speak your truth. His name means the strength of God, actually, Gabriel. And the strength of God comes always from love. So let love be your muse. Let love be like a shepherd that helps you to shepherd others in a way. But you got to be able to first be able to communicate in order to shepherd, meaning to lead others. They're writing the word shepherds. I mean, they mean some of you might be a leader who is unconditionally loving over those that they are responsible for. So take that, always be clear, get clear, and to do that, be in alignment with your soul. Spend time just spending that 11 minutes with your soul. I don't know what the 11 is about. An angel numbers is about manifestation, right? Be aware of your thoughts. It could also indicate, sort of, I think of like new starts or new beginnings of some sort. But just be aware within that 11 minutes that connecting with your soul, it doesn't matter if you have trouble meditating, but it's just listening to your soul. And at first it might be just a whole bunch of thoughts that your soul just trying to show you that just this is the stuff that's in the way. But as you seek out the muse of love, you will find a deeper connection to your soul, or it becomes clearer to understand your soul, or you will understand that you are hearing your soul when the love breaks through. Okay, so let's take a look at the card for the month. Whoa, the strength card. Okay, I mean, Archangel Gabriel's name means strength, and here we have that 11. I'm not typically a fan of this, but this is sort of more Marseille, where strength is 11 versus justice. However, but this is really important. So there's that number 11 there again. And let's just look at that angel number in detail here. So it says, stay positive. Your thoughts are materializing rapidly. So you want to ensure positive outcomes by focusing on the good within yourself, others, and this situation. So really, they want you to sort of really embark on this ascension journey by focusing, being positive, knowing that your thoughts are manifesting rapidly, but to look for the good within yourself and others and any situation. And this is not glossing over anything. This is the most helpful thing that you could ever do. because you are obviously always going to be clear about what's negative, what's not good, what's not positive. We have no difficulties in doing that. But here is the other reason for looking at situations in the positive. Because one important thing, it's about perspective. And when you only see something from a negative perspective, then you are missing the full picture. By now, switching, and it usually takes a while, so that you have to move from the negative and go through the spectrum in order to get to the other side, the positive, which now gives you a full picture, a well rounded view of the truth. Because the truth is really, in a spiritual sense, coming from all angles. Everybody's view of the situation is a piece of the truth. But the person who is able to hold the entire picture has the most clarity, the most wisdom, and the advantage to overcome the struggle that is being had with the truth in that moment. So this is where true strength comes from. I would think in this card, this embodiment of, you know, we have this primal energy and this divine energy or cultivated energy. We have the spectrum. We fluctuate in duality between these polarities, and yet we are bound by them. We can't escape it. They will always be with us. This full spectrum, our primal instincts and our cultivated and trained skills and instincts, they will always be with us. We cannot take them away. They make up the miraculous experience that is at the core of our humanity. We live in this experience. And when we can have compassion, meaning total understanding for what that means and all the gifts of the full spectrum of our humanity, then we can truly become a master and truly manifest. Because as long as we see these things in terms of sort of segregated, like this is bad and this is good, then we are divided. Our energy is divided because there's a part of us that's going in a direction towards our primal aspects with dislike, and another part of our energy is going to the others with love. But we can't love and hate ourselves. The goal is to love all of ourselves. And to do that, first, you start by appreciating all of these things, because all of it makes up who you are today. Everything that you've been through, everything that you've done, whether it was right or wrong, good or bad, you learned from it. And that learning, that wisdom is what allowed it to become a part of you in a way that is healthy and that will serve the greater good. So this is why we have to learn to forgive ourselves, so that we can get to that higher view, the higher perspective of the situations that we've gone through, that we've done. So this is really what it means to have compassion. In a soulful month, you'll have an opportunity to be able to turn a lot of things around. And we just have all these ones, aces, and ones. And so this is this is really going to be sort of, if it's not going to be a month where things are able to truly manifest, it's going to be a month where it's going to set you up for a whole new sort of level of freedom, as the truth, discovering the truth, will set you free. It will set you free from what, though? From yourself. Because you are the beholder. And whatever it is that you behold, you are creating. And that is a miracle within itself. The law, that the spiritual law of attraction that governs this truth, is a miracle within itself. It's one way of looking at my life as miserable, and I'm miserable. You behold misery and you keep seeing it and therefore experiencing it. I don't know if you can feel that if you saw your life as beautiful, you would see your life as beautiful and you would experience a beautiful life. And I don't know, what I'm trying to get at is if you can feel that there is no difference. It doesn't take energy. It doesn't take physical, it doesn't take the materialization of anything for that shift to happen. It's simply about how you focus, how you give attention. It's simply about, do you just allow yourself to make an interpretation, one interpretation, instead of exploring the full spectrum of interpretations about what this moment or life you're experiencing, what it might be. All things are possible. All things are true if you believe it. And if you believe that your life is miserable, or you believe that your life is fair, or if you believe that your life is, functioning or positive or whatever you believe is what you're creating. And I like to say seeing before I say creating, because what you're seeing is therefore what you are creating. Because if you're seeing this and you believe you're seeing it this way, then you're only going to accept what you're seeing. That's how you create it. They wrote the word association in front of me. It's an association concept. If this is how you associate these certain things happening, if this is the association you make, there's an association that's within your mind, your frame of mind. That association is the way that everything gets shaped or influenced to be seen and experienced as in that way. So by opening up your mind, and when you see, okay, I see it this way, and as a practice, say, I'm going to see it this way. Let me look through some other lenses. And that will just break the habit right then and there of you believing in the position that you're stuck believing in so acutely, for lack of a better word. So we have the Ace of Earth here. And this gives us a sense that you can start fresh. And you start simply. Focus on one thing. Focus is the word this month, right? With that being soulful. Being soulful and being focused. Being soulfully focused. Be soulfully focused. And as you are soulfully focused, soulfully, making sure that the way you're thinking, believing aligns with your soul. Don't just accept negative and positive as a comment, a judgment against your actions. I'm not talking about that one. What we're talking about here is paying attention to your soulful focus. Your soulful focus will indicate to you how you are seeing things, how you're seeing what you're doing or what you're trying to build. And if you're seeing it negatively, if you're seeing yourself or feeling that yourself is already defeated, then you will know that this is what you're going to get. And so it's not about how much you get done or how many steps have you taken, but it's about soulfully focusing, meaning that you focus on being in alignment with your heart, that all things are possible for you, and that the changes that you are considering feel as though you're expressing your truth, that you feel a sense of freedom because you're shifting out of that mindset, that one limited point of view, and you're allowing yourself to encompass others that feel like you're being liberated. And so the sense of being liberated is far more important than anything that is our normal focus about how we see progress or success. Focus on soul progress in this month, because that work is the inner work, and the inner work is the I don't know if this is the right word, but it is the impetus for the transactions that you will see in the outer world. So you have within this month the opportunity to establish new experiences, but you have to go about it with compassion, and you have to be clear and honest. Clear. Let love be your muse. This is another way of just saying, stop seeing things negatively and approach everything. This soulful focus, the heart of soulful focus rather, is love as the muse. Let love be the muse for the changes that you make. Let love be the muse that helps you and that inspires you and that helps you to see the ways to go about making those changes. Let love be the muse that helps you to come up with the plan to articulate that love. All right, so I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and have a beautiful, beautiful month of March. God bless you.